bad at video games, and honestly, I think you should be too. Let me explain. I've been playing games for about 6 years now. When I was younger, I wasn't really allowed to play games. I just watched my brothers play, which was probably a big factor on why I'm not good at games. And then when I got my first phone and got introduced to YouTube, I started watching those people play these games, and instead of playing them my own, I was just so entertained by the fact that other people can play these games and I would still enjoy it just as much, if not more, than if I played them myself. I didn't have to be responsible of the resources that I had in the game. I didn't have to fight all of the enemies or the final bosses. I could just watch someone else play them and just have a good time. The first game I think I've ever played on this laptop was probably Fortnite. I was obsessed with Fortnite the second it came out. Matter of fact, I actually liked Save the World before I even knew what Battle Royale was. And then after a few months, I got this laptop and I downloaded the game, I started playing it, and I was like, oh my god. Not only does this game not run on my poor laptop, but also I'm pretty bad at the game. I think I was more annoyed at the fact that I didn't really get a fair chance to play the game. So I kind of took that as my excuse of not being good at the game, and I just moved on. And then after that, I got Minecraft as a gift, so I got both the Java version and the Bedrock version, and I started playing Bed Wars. Like, I loved multiplayer games in Minecraft, but then I realized that I'm also bad at those too. I tried playing in survival, I didn't really like it that much, so I just kept going back to the multiplayer servers. And that's actually how I started my main channel, Strawberry in Hell, by posting these Bed Wars videos and being absolutely terrible at them. And then after that, for a few games like Fall Guys for example, or Overcooked, basically any game that I touched, I was bad at it. I don't know if I just don't have the skills necessary to be good at games or what. The only game I could actually consider myself being good at is the Aikatsu 3DS game, but that's literally made for kids, so I don't know if I can brag about that. But yeah, to sum it all up, I don't know how to play games, and I love it. I honestly did not realize just how much I love being bad at games until very recently. Since the first birthday of this channel was coming up, I was thinking about, my content and what I should make next. And as I looked back at all the videos I've made this past year, I was like, oh my god, there is not a single video that has good professional gameplay. But you'll see in every single video, I've enjoyed myself so much, even though I wasn't good at the game. And that got me thinking, when did this mentality come about? When did I become somebody that enjoys being bad? I didn't really realize that I had this mentality until I actually sat down and thought about it for a bit. And I know I've talked about myself a lot in this video, but let me just add this tiny bit of information. I would consider myself to be a very competitive and perfectionist type of person. I don't really like doing things unless I'm absolutely perfect at them. And that was my mentality for pretty much everything I did in life. If I wasn't good at something, I would just not do it. I could not imagine being bad at something. Which is why it's so shocking to me that I've actually been so bad at these video games and I've been posting them online, but I've also been really bad at them. And so yeah, that was a pretty big question that I had to answer for myself. And the only answer that I could really come up with is the fact that everything in life needs you to be good and to be completely focused on it. If you do badly in school or at your job, you're going to get the repercussions for that. You cannot really afford being bad at those things because they actually affect your life moving forward. That's not the case with gaming. You can be bad at games and life will still move on. And I think that's why I haven't really been harsh on myself for being bad at these games, because being bad at them is completely okay. If there's any part of life that I would want to not be strict with myself with, that would be gaming. Gaming is so realistically inconsequential that I don't really get the point of making myself suffer. Sure, being good at a game you really like sounds awesome, but it's not the end of the world. And it's so insane to me that I'm saying these words, because if you asked me about any other aspect of life, I would tell you, no, you should be accountable, hold yourself accountable, and you should try to be better and better. But with gaming, I promise you, being bad at games is so fun. Once you realize how inconsequential games are, you're going to have so much more fun. And that is exactly why I made this video. Because I feel like so many people just want to be good at games immediately, that they spend hours trying to be good at a single game, and they're kind of wasting their day or week or life. Number one, it's not that deep. Number two, your life is not going to be that different if you're good or you're bad at the game, because it doesn't really matter. So if it doesn't matter, why are you making such a big deal out of it? I've said this like 5 minutes ago, but if there's really anything to take away from this video, it's that if there's any aspect of life that you can afford to be bad at, it's gaming. So yeah, I think I just want to tell you, like, please don't be afraid to be bad at things and to share them with others, because it's really human of us to be bad at things. Nobody is born being good at something. And by the way, this is totally unscripted. I'm just talking. I'm acting as if this is a podcast. And the funny thing is, this is probably gonna get like 5 views. So if you're listening to this, like, thank you. I don't know why you're listening to this, but I hope you got something useful out of this video. Oh, and another thing that I wanted to discuss, this is probably going to be such a long video, but another thing that I wanted to talk about is there are so many YouTubers that I've watched, at least, that are actually skilled at these games, yet they choose to be bad at them. This is literally just an excuse to talk about them. But my favorite YouTube duo of all time is Muselk and Lachlan. Lachlan used to be really bad at Fortnite because he doesn't really have a background in shooter games like Muselk does. And at the start of the game, they used to do a lot of meme strats together. And then after that, Lachlan started taking the game more seriously and started learning about like doing 90s and, you know, all of the pro stuff that they do, while Muselk still kept going on about the meme stuff. And as the seasons went on, you can see exactly where the difference in skills started to show a lot. And it's not because Muselk was a bad player. He was a really good player when he actually tried. He chooses to do these stupid meme strats that I love, by the way. And it only clicked in my head like a few days ago that he is literally the main reason why I play games the way I play them. Like, obviously the fact that I didn't play games when I was younger does, you know, make an effect on all of this. But he was the YouTuber that I watched for most of my like tween years. And I think he literally changed how I view games, because he made me realize that choosing to do fun things in games is much more enjoyable and entertaining than just being a pro at them. Obviously, it's really cool to see somebody in their element and they're just so perfect in these games and they get like 20 kills a game or whatever. But at the same time, it's also so entertaining to see somebody who is genuinely having a fun time. And I think that's exactly why I play these games without putting much pressure on myself. It really comes down to enjoying what you're playing and realizing that you are just a human who's doing this for fun. You're not doing this as a job. Obviously, there's people that play esports games and, you know, actually get paid by being good at these games. We're not talking about that because, let's be honest, I'm not that. You're definitely not that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. So for people who play these games casually, maybe you've just gone out of work, you just want to play some games for like a few hours, I would highly suggest that you start putting less pressure on yourself to be good at these games. And again, I'm gonna keep saying this, if there's any part of life that you can afford to be bad at, it's gaming. I feel like the esports and the YouTube side of things really changed how people view games, because now not only do people realize that you can make an income out of playing games and posting them on YouTube, but you also can make a lot of money by being good at these games. And I think that factors a lot into how people play. So the idea of playing games just to play games has started to become more of a foreign concept. We're all trying so hard in our day-to-day life. There's really no need to add more pressure on something such as gaming that does not really need to be taken that seriously. And to sort of see what the other side is like, I tried playing on MCC Island for a bit. I played some parkour and I did upload that just like 2 videos ago. So in that video, my record, like the first time I played that course, I got a record of 10 minutes. And then I was like, you know what? I want to try to at least make it to the monthly leaderboard. I want to see if I can actually do it, you know what I mean? And I think I ended up with a record of 1 minute and 58 seconds, something like that, which is obviously a huge improvement. But oh my god, did I want to like unalive myself throughout that entire experience. I played for about an hour to 2 hours every single day for about 4 to 5 days. Just the experience alone made me realize that this world is not for me. I do not want to be playing these games and like try to win them or try to get a leaderboard. It is not fun. I did the same exact course so many times, but my hand started cramping up. Like there was sweat on my keyboard and mouse because I was playing and stressing out so much. Every single jump had to be calculated, it had to be done at the right exact moment, and then if I did miss a single jump, I would restart the whole thing. I had to be perfect on every single jump in order to even have a chance at being in the leaderboard. And I did get like a perfect run without any deaths, and I still didn't make it to the leaderboard. And that's when I realized like, oh, I really don't want to do this to myself. That was less than a week, and I already hated my entire life while doing it. And it wasn't even that hard of a course. So that only solidified my idea and mentality that being bad at games is so much better. At least in that first game that I recorded when I got 11 minutes, I was having fun. Like I was laughing at myself as I was playing, and then towards the end when I couldn't get to the last checkpoint, that's when I got a bit depressed because I was literally so close to the end that I was like, please let me end this, I just want to end this run. But at the start it was so much fun, and every time I fell I just kept laughing at myself harder and harder. And yeah, I think that encapsulates everything that I want to share with this channel. You'll see in every single video that I post, I have an absolutely embarrassing moment, or I die in a stupid way, or I just ask the most outrageously stupid questions ever, and I just roll with it. So I guess another advice I would make is maybe you should record yourself playing games and then upload them here. And hey, we can be friends. We can both be bad at games. I guess this is just my TED talk on why you should be a bad gamer and why games shouldn't be taken seriously. Thank you for watching and stay heavenly.